Good Saturday afternoon. I know I said I wasn't going to do a live stream, but why not? I have a little bit of time. It's okay, because I'd rather spend some time with you guys than just go straight into making videos. I'm still here in Pocatello. So we're here at the Brew House, one of my favorite places in town, to be totally honest. I do like it quite a lot, so I thought, hey, let's hang out. If you have any like portfolio projects or something you want me to go over and you're watching this at a later time, be sure to check into the live streams. I can't do it every time, but if you're here to live stream, I will review your portfolio or what have you and give you suggestions on what to do, on how to improve it. Typically what I can give you that other people can't is just design tips that we don't always get to look into as developers. We really want to get things up and running, but you know, it is hard to do everything, right? Design is very important. I have a video coming up on that. It comes out every Wednesday, I think. It's sponsored by App Academy. So take a look at it. And yeah, today, get that video out as soon as possible on the React portfolio and then start making components. Breaking out the components, the navigation components, the different types of like divs for the React application, but no routing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do that separately. So build things out piece by piece. Once they look right, once they are responsive, the design sort of stuff, then I'll switch. I'll switch to React Router and doing some transitions. And then when that's done, heck, the portfolio is ready to go, ready to put it up. Maybe get a domain name like I'm not going to tell you, because what if one of you wants to be malicious and take it? I'm not going to tell you that. Let's see here. We got 4 watching. Give me just a moment here to restore the chat. Let's see if anyone's here. See if I have any chats coming in. Let's see. How is everyone doing today, by the way? Let me know in the chat. I don't think I can see it here. It's not popping up. The video is unavailable. Something strange is happening. Let me go ahead and refresh this YouTube page. That's what happens going live. What's up, David? Live again, Corey. You know me. You know I gotta be live. You guys are part of my group. You're my homies, and so I like to talk to you guys about web development, about all the things. About development and stuff. Justin says that'll be good. Anything React will be helpful. Yeah, and it's coming. I'm telling you. For those of you who weren't here or didn't catch it on the last live stream, I have put up the repo. Now I'm not saying like, hey, yeah, this is the be-all end-all or this is cool. But if you want to take a look at the code, I'll show you where the repo is. Give me just a moment here, and I'll put it in comments too. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to grab the link here for the React portfolio. Boom, boom. I know. Let's switch back. So it has, this is a full stack application, a little baby full stack application though. It has SendGrid, no, SendMail. I can't. Let me see what it's called. It has email routing and also sends to a database. So here's the email.js. It's been kind of parsed out. And SendGrid mail. You can see all the different things here. If process env SendGrid, and that's from Heroku, or the keys, which I don't post up to GitHub. Believe it or not, in the gitignore file, I'm not going to give you my keys to the project. So you'll have to go ahead and set those up yourself, but I'll tell you more about that in the actual video. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and switch this over. Let's see. Let's check out comments. How come you can post links, but I can't? Because I own this channel. It's my channel. Let me see, Corey. The reason why it's like a whole channel thing though is the reason why I can't post the links is that. I have some people sometimes just post random links, whether it be to their YouTube channel or to like some spammy thing or to like a Udemy course or something that they've done. So that has been revoked, unfortunately. Sorry, Corey. Yeah. What's everyone been doing? What's everyone been going on doing today? Let me know. Let me know. You know, I should have just went back to the school, to be honest. Their Wi-Fi is extremely fast. But I like this place. So so here we are. What can I tell you? Some other things that have been going on. React, portfolio. I'm in Pocatello to take care of my parents' cat. That went very well. The cat is a great cat. I did enjoy that. It's not all work related all the time, but I feel like it's work. Work. Don't want to say that. Copyright strike. Anyway, anyone lag? Yeah, Corey, I feel ya. I might actually go to. I might just go to the school again. David says, when designing a website's layout, do you have a go-to place to generate an idea for what you'd like the initial website to look like? David, I do not. I do not have a specific, like Dribble sometimes, but not really. It's too designery sometimes. I'll just go to places that I admire, or places that are in the industry, take a look at those, or places that I would like the industry to be at. So say I have a client, right? And the client, let's say the client is into plumbing products, HVAC stuff. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at all the different things in the industry, what things I like. Then I'm going to take a look at some different websites in general that I like, and kind of merge the two and make a wireframe from there. And then go farther, do all the things that we talked about in the React portfolio, which is getting assets and creating the copy and designing it out. Quite a lot of things you got to do there, and it is a big project. It does take a long time. And I know not everyone designs like this, but for me, Sandy over there, she owns Brew House. She's crazy. We need to get her over here. I freaking love that lady. She's so fun. Anyway, for me, damn it, what was I talking about? Oh, for me, that's the way to go around it. I've done it both ways. I've done it just kind of like off the cuff. It's very hard to set up structure that way, and save time. And it's also, I don't know, it's not the best, I would say, a way to go about it, kind of cowboy code, but it's better to get started than not do anything. Does that answer your question, David? Let me know. We got 2 watching, huh? Maybe that lag was just too much. Well, I'll stay live for at least 20 minutes today, just to answer whoever has questions here, and yeah, we'll hang. It usually takes about 15 minutes for people to get here, but with the way that the stream is kind of like cutting in and out, I do apologize about that. But you know, I'll do my best here. David says yes. David, how is the cryptocurrency, or no, the stocks? Have you found anything that you've learned in code, David, that has helped you with stocks? So moving on, while I wait for David's response there, the channel. You need to grow the channel. And I have more content coming out, which will help grow the channel. But sometimes I think to myself, am I growing the channel to grow the channel, or am I growing the channel to grow as a developer? These are kind of hard things. You know, it's a balancing act that I always think about. And for me, what's up, Abshik? It's more important that I do that. Corey says you should live stream at the library. Oh, dude, don't even. Like, the library here is like the slowest internet. And plus, could you imagine me just talking to myself while people are trying to read? I should take you guys to the library sometime, though. Definitely. I should probably show you outside, too. Give me just a moment. Let me switch cameras here, if I can remember how to do this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and switch this camera up here. It's a pretty nice day out. You can kind of see what Pocatello looks like. It's a small town, you know. It's not the biggest town. Today there's an Easter egg hunt going out. For those of you who wonder about Pocatello, Idaho in general, that's what it looks like, at least out here. It doesn't look like that everywhere, but definitely a small town feel. David says, I haven't learned anything with about code with scanning stocks, but lots of UIs for trading platforms lack lots of tools. Yeah. And when their business tools is like, you'll use it, and this is how it's going to be, and you're going to like it. And that's so unfortunate, you know. And it's not unique. It's kind of how the world is moving towards that now. It's to be competitive now, you have to create a great experience. So kudos to everyone that's really focusing on their UI. David says, I haven't learned anything about code with scanning and trading stocks, but I've noticed lots of trading platforms UIs lack a lot of tools that could be improved on the platform. There we go. Sorry about the mix-up there. Sharma says, you can do both. You should start teaching the skill sets required for working on web dev projects. Absolutely. That is, this hybrid, this React portfolio is kind of like a hybrid there, right? It's like a vlog, but I'm actually showing you what I'm doing, not just saying, hey, this is what I learned. That's what I did all last year. It's like, this is what I'm learning. Here's some resources. So hopefully I can do that. It's a lot of mixing and matching of different resources. A lot of it came from Stephen Greider's Full Stack React course, some from Traversing Media, some from random blogs I found, documentation, like SendGrid documentation and stuff. So that's what web development is, right? Remix, like the EDM. That's how I feel a lot of it is now, and I'm not as ashamed about it as I used to be. I used to be like, oh no, I gotta make my own code. Yes, you do. You should know exactly what's going on, but you don't have to like reinvent the wheel every time. And that's a hard thing to let go, especially when you want to do things right. It's hard to sometimes think that's the right way to do things. Corey McBoy Hitesh Chowdhury was doing a live stream earlier. He had 400 people watching. 99% of the followers were Indians asking him how to better their careers. You should go after that customer segment. I fully believe that, Corey. I'm going through Pluralsight right now, and they have like 3 different paths just on career, improving your career. What I want to do after I've done this for a while is do a video of top 10 career Pluralsight career courses that I like, and then maybe like a top 5 Pluralsight courses like programming, like of all time. I'll tell you a couple of them. There is Mark Samoida's Rapid ES6 training. That was one. There's one for personal branding, but that's another story. I think that's a great idea, and that's really where I'm most passionate. I do want to do coding and teach that, but there's just so many good resources out there. And sure, maybe like algorithms, I feel like I could do a really good job doing that. Because a lot of the stuff that's out there is correct, right? It is correct, but the way that it's being explained, I think, could be better. Better explained. Let's see. Abshik says, what's up for today? React Portfolio, man. Doing the React Portfolio, doing the video for the next React Portfolio, which is scaffolding, and unintentionally setting up the back end. So all the back end set up. Icaro says, how long did you code before you applied for jobs? Like, I don't know, a year, maybe? I think it was a year. And I then had to make a compromise between going not just straight into web development. I had to find the job I could, which was WordPress development and social media. Heavy on the social media. But that was a blessing in itself, because look at all these new skills I got working, sharing with you guys. Justin Reynolds says, I'm new to React. Can you explain the required render function input on change event, this handle change, that eTarget value type text state message, specifically the eTarget value. eTarget value is like what's in the input that's happening. This handle change, eTarget, this handle change. So whatever happens in that function, handle change, is going to be related to like the text in there. Type text, this state, and it's going to set the message, the message in the state to the input. That's what I can do. That's the best I can do from what I have there. If anyone else knows about that, please let them know. Sultan Tech says, hey man, what's going on? Sharma says, don't just get stretched over at increasing your customer set. You can also do a vlog on your daily routine as a web dev. I could. I've been trying to incorporate some of my daily life into this as well, but not be like, hey, look at me, I just went and got groceries, look at how cool I am. I still want it to be somewhat related to to tech. But I agree with you on that one. I've been trying to do that more. Corey says, Justin Reynolds, what are you referring to? What you're referring to is a form. Yeah, of course, Corey. thanks for pointing that out. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a form. I mean, if it's like through a coding tutorial and it just like type the text here in this input and then it displays the input below, which would make no sense. I just don't know because I can't see it. But that's what you would use that for. On change, then set the state, that state property, to whatever was in the text value on change. Let us know if that helps you, if that was what you were looking at. Joseph Whittington, hey Justin, do you do that as a way to pass parameters? I do the event handler function because JavaScript doesn't let you pass arguments into the event handler function, so you can call another function. There you go. Have some help there. The thing is, I'm starting to get back into React, especially with this thing. I've taken some time off just to get better at straight hardcore JavaScript and UX and some things. So it's been a while since I've actually coded up React, like totally in it. That's what we're moving towards. Even with this next like video on React, it's been site architecture and Node. I said this last night, but for those of you who weren't here, I am more familiar with Node than I am with React, which is funny because I haven't done like hardly any videos on Node, but I know more about Node than React. So, you know, that's what I started with, but you should always start off with that back end. So I have a post handler that sends off your email and saves it also in a database, and run it concurrently with the client. So I'm excited to show you guys that. But as far as like getting into the components and the programming in there, haven't done that much since I did a project mock chat app. So my apologies. Justin says, thanks guys, our pleasure, my pleasure. Everyone else, thank you very much for helping out, Justin. This is really what like live stream Q&As are about, so I'm happy to see that we're able to help Justin out. Sharma says, how many hours are you working on your projects nowadays on an average or daily basis? 2 hours. 2 hours a day, and then during the weekends, I don't know, like 5-6 hours per day. I would say that. I'd like it to be more, but that's just what I can do right now on my personal projects. So you got to take into account the family life and stuff, and sometimes, yeah, you have to, right? You have to put in a lot of work, but now trying to make a little more of a balance, which is kind of tough. But hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Corey says, I am at Ricky. I'm making a prediction that Udacity will come out with a blockchain. Oh, totally, man. Based nano very soon. It's a shiny topic that they will be using. They'll be looking into using Docker. Have you used it? I haven't used Docker, but blockchain is all the rage right now, and it seems pretty good. It's not just for cryptocurrency. This may be an unpopular opinion, but I think right now in its current state, cryptocurrency is kind of trash because there's just so many, and like everyone's trying to get rich quick. So you can definitely, in the long run, I think cryptocurrency is going to be the norm. But right now it's kind of going through like a trashy phase. So I'm waiting for the best to rise to the top. Let's see. Joseph says, how do you deploy your full stack apps on the same server? I've been looking into using Docker. Have you used it? No, I used, what I'm using is a function concurrently. So there is let's go back to the repo here. I'll go ahead and put it on screen just so guys and gals, if we have any ladies here today. Okay, let's see. So here we have the brain work. Come on now. My book, Responsive Portfolio. There's a few repositories here. If you go in here and you're like, what is this? They're not all like amazing things, but I try to put up a GitHub here. React portfolio. Here we go. So in the React portfolio, on the top level, we have the server, and then we have the client, which is React. And come on now, buddy. And this will be explained in my React tutorial video, probably in better detail than this. But I'll just show you guys here. So this is where all the stuff goes here. This has Sass in it too, by the way. and it has to have something running on the client side JSON package to do that. So here's the package.json, and in here you're going to see this crazy like thing here, Heroku post build. And I could have not done this without Andrew Mead's course. There's some things that are just so hard to do. But npm config production equals false, npm install prefix client and npm run build prefix client and npm run build prefix. It goes on and on. Basically, this runs the whole thing. I need to look into this. I did know when I put it out, but I really got to know my stuff when I'm going to make that video. So I'm going to look it up again through the Andrew Mead course. That's a great thing about doing this React portfolio stuff. It really makes you kind of know your stuff. Here's just start server. So when Heroku runs, it's going to run this post build, which will run everything at the same time. Where is concurrently? Concurrently should be in here somewhere. Oh, and then in the developer process, you use what's called concurrently, which will run the server, and then inside that run the client at the same time. I'm sorry, I know that's not very clear. I do need to go in there and really understand what's going on there, but basically npm install prefix client and npm run build, it runs all these things at once, but it runs through the build process. And there's some weird things that you have to do to make it work with Create React App on Heroku that it just won't do, like run the scripts, and I had to just go through until I found the answer. And sometimes you have to do weird stuff like, let's just move this as far along as possible. Let's do it until it fails. Sometimes that's a weird technique that I've had to understand is okay. Sometimes the fastest way to get to something is fail as quickly as possible with your apps and stuff. Let me know if that helps. Joseph Whittington, I want to learn Docker. Yeah, the stream is cutting in and out. My apologies. My apologies. Can you look at my portfolio? Andrew Usher says concurrently is awesome. It is awesome. It depends. It fluctuates. When people get in here and use all that damn Wi-Fi, it's all mine. All this Wi-Fi is mine. Use all the bandwidth. It can make the stream cut out, the video input be low. So my apologies. Next time I'm in Pocatello, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna stream from the school because it has a great backdrop and it has a really fast Wi-Fi. Scare them off. Talking on live streams can scare people off. So yeah, I do have a lot of people here always looking at me, but uh-oh. Let's see here. Are we connected? I think we're connected. Sorry about that. It looks like we dropped out. Well, you know what? I'm going to actually, because we just got dropped out here, I'm going to cut this live stream short. My apologies. But I don't want it to cut in and out. It's a bad experience. And we'll do this again. We'll do this again next week, but I'll do it at the school where I was before, where they have fast Wi-Fi and we won't have this connection issue. My apologies, guys. Thanks for coming by. If you have any other questions, send them in the comment section. If you did like this content, do some of these, and I'll be with you next time. Talk to you later.